almost could not be
I
here
almost didn't make it to the show tonight.
because of jury duty.
Yeah.
That's so fantastic.
You know, I know that people say that they only get called once every 4 years, but I'm telling you, I get called all the time. They love me. They can't get enough of me. I literally, in the last 4 months, I have been asked to go to petty court, which I thought was petite, grand jury and federal jury, or Supreme Court and federal court.
Oh my goodness.
And when you get that thing in the mail, everybody, as New Yorkers, are like, my life is more important than doing my civic duty.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and I'm actually civic-minded. I mean, I actually pick up after my dog, and I don't jump over the turnstiles, and I vote, but like, there's something so irritating about it.
Yes.
Yeah, and so you start to talk to people, and they're like, "Oh my God, well, if you get to voir dire,
Sure.
when they ask you all these questions of like, what's your favorite what's your hobbies? I mean, they ask you odd questions, but they're basically, you're getting close to being picked for a jury. If you get there, just start lying and just say, just start saying, like, I don't believe in the criminal justice system as it is today. Yeah. And, like, I don't think it's fair that people go to jail. And so you literally start convincing yourself, I'm going to say that. Like, I'm actually going to do that. And then you walk in to the courtroom, and it looks like a real courtroom because it's a real courtroom.
Yeah.
And then a judge comes out. And he looks like a real judge. Like, he's not like the Law and Order judge that you thought. And suddenly you're like, I can't lie. I can't lie. And they make you take the oath.
Yeah.
And he talks about solemnizing the proceedings, which I've never heard used in that context. And you're like, I swear to take the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And you're literally thinking, I'm gonna lie, and then you start to get like weepy because you're like, oh my God, the defendant is there, and he really counts on me,
By the way,
show up.
And you're surprised they keep bringing you back? You're a dream juror. You're the dream. Everything about this, they're like, well, there was that one lady who cried when the judge stood up and made everybody take an oath. We got to get her back here. I'm sure everybody else was on their phone lying about everything. Saying, like, I think the shoplifting should be the death penalty. They're like, get out of here. We got Kira Sedgwick. We don't need you, you lunatic.
Yeah, too much empathy. I've definitely.
Too much empathy. Well, I want to talk to you about, this is empathy, but you care a lot about thoughts and feelings.
Yes.
But are you coming to a realization about this now, or you must have always cared about thoughts and feelings? You strike me as someone who's always cared about.
No, I've always cared about thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I literally had, when my kids were little, I'd be like, well, what are you feeling? Well, what are you thinking? Well, what are you feeling? Well, what are you thinking? We literally had a game called Thoughts and Feelings, and they would hide it because they didn't want to play the Thoughts and Feelings game.
Was it a board game?
It was a board game.
Oh, my
that
God.
made you talk about thoughts and feelings. But, I mean, this is the great thing about having girlfriends, is that they never tire of talking about thoughts and feelings. Never. I mean, no detail is too small. No emotion is too minor to share. In depth, in detail. The other day I was having dinner with my friend. We were at 2 hours, and like, I'm asking her everything about everything. Like, what did you have for breakfast, and what did you wear the day you went in to see your boss and ask for a raise? Like, how did you feel in the morning? Like, tell me every single thing. And we went to the bathroom together because women go to the bathroom together.
I've noticed that. Yeah.
This is something that men don't do. But we went into the bathroom together, plenty of stalls. But we had to go into the stall together.
Really?
Didn't want to miss a nuance, didn't want to miss a,
I excuse you from jury duty. So you go into the stall together just to keep chatting?
Yeah, to keep chatting. You don't want to miss anything. And like, talking over the stall's not good enough. I need to see the face. I need to...
Are you concerned that other people in the bathroom are aware that there are now two people chatting away? Okay.
I don't worry about those things.
Yeah, no.
I told Kev that story. He's like, I can guarantee it that no guy goes into a urinal, and has some guy right next to him talking to him because they can't be apart. I mean, of course.
I think that's very safe. Yeah. I will say, because I recently saw you and your husband, Kevin Bacon, and you are the best-looking couple in show business.
Oh, my God.
And if there was anyone... If there was any guy I would share a stall with, it would be your husband. So
You're not the only one.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there's
Many
like.
a time he's had his in his hand, and people
Yeah.
have asked for autographs.
Yeah.
And pictures,
Wow.
selfies. Just really easy. Just
Yeah, exactly.